Marcus Smart, the first guard since the 95-96 season, was technically the 96. They said 96 first guard since 96 to win Defensive Player of the Year. And just let you know, it's been historically looked at as a big fella award. You know what I'm saying? So, let y'all the NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. They was trying to push for Ben Simmons to win last year, Doc Rivers, but obviously, that shit. That shit ain't happened. So check out the NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And shout out to him, man. I ain't watch a lot of NBA this year, man, but shout out to him. That's a hell of an honor, man, because they usually give it to the big fellas because of they control the paint, rebound, and then Ben Simmons got it. People would have been saying he really a big fella, but he's a point guard. Face it. Nobody ever said Magic's really a 3 or a 5 playing. It is what it is, even though it's positionless. In this era, good for him, man. He deserves it, man. Boston deserves some recognition in the all NBA teams in the individual awards category. They had the best turnaround I've seen in a long time, bro. That team looked like they was in the verge of missing the playoffs, and that's what I thought Atlanta was gonna do. More likely, I thought they was gonna turn it around, but what I feared about Atlanta came true. And one thing I feared about Atlanta was they was gonna start smelling themselves. That's what I feared. I feared that they was gonna start smelling themselves, and when they target, when they was creeping up everybody, they was the predator. When they became the prey, they didn't respond well. That's what happened when your young team have too much success too early. You stunt the growth of the process, and they don't have enough veterans over there, And Trae Young he need to get better defensively too, bro. And maybe the rest of them fellas over there, will follow his lead. But, other than that, man, Marcus Smart, that's a hell of an award. I mean, he the glue guy over there. He had a hell of a career coming into the league, when he got into it with that white man, when he had dropped the N-word or whatever he dropped on him. So, he came in with a reputation. Then, albeit when he get drafted to Boston, and we all know what happened in Boston, what happened with Mookie Betts. What was it, left field, center field, right field, or whatever. So, we all know what happened. But, like I said before, it is what it is. But, like I said before, looking at his career, man, he deserved this, man. If you've been putting in work, man, always giving it to a center. There really ain't no center this year that did it. They probably could have gave it to Embiid, but maybe this year Embiid was just too focused on offense, because without Ben Simmons, he had to score. So they really didn't have a big fella to give it to, so they gave it to Marcus Smart. But historically, it's been a big fella award because they look at blocks and defensive rebounding and all of that type of stuff, bro. That's what they look at. That's what they look at. So, I mean, it is what it is. When it boils down to it, that's what they looking for. But, to do something since 96, that's, that's huge. They gotta throw him a party or something when the season is over with. But he's still there, and Boston been good for a long time. They had a lot of good talent for a long time. And we thought when Jason Tatum when he banged on LeBron, that everything was gonna be good in Boston. Was gonna be good in Boston, and it wasn't. It was not. They just, honestly, they just didn't get it together. But they got it together now, and whatever Brad Stevenson couldn't do, Ime Udoka done. But you got to understand too, with Brad Stevenson, that's a gap. That's a racial gap right there. He don't really know how. He don't really know how all that go. At Butler, he had a few black players, but coming to an NBA locker room, it's a different, different things you got to get over. And some of those different things that you have to overcome, first thing you got to overcome is earning their respect as a college coach. That's the first thing you got to overcome is earning their respect. And I don't think Brad Stevenson had enough. I think he earned their respect as a human being, but not as a basketball coach. And, when that happened, when you don't earn their respect, the way you should earn their respect, then you can't. He couldn't break up all that BS between Tatum and Brown. He couldn't ask him. He couldn't really demand him to do nothing. Like Ime Udoka is. He a brother. He can come in and say, he can say stuff that he can't. That Stevenson can't say in the locker room. Like, what y'all niggas doing in here, man? You need to do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? So he can say stuff that Brad Stevenson can't say to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pat Riley could say stuff that, back in the day, the other people couldn't say neither. They know where Pat stand at with black people. Same thing for Phil Jackson. He took a different approach. He got his respect. He had to show Michael without the, get a ball up. This would happen. But, like I said, Marcus Smart, man, he was an integral part of turning that shit around in Boston too. They needed him. They need him to be there. I need the guys that can spot up and shoot, do the dirty work, and without him, they're not successful in Boston. This is why our role players, are important. This is why you can't just go out there like Brooklyn and throw a whole bunch of older role players in there and expect them to happen, bro. Youth have something to do with that. Some of them prime role defenders is very, very important. Can't just throw 3 megastars out there and fill it out with guys who just want to chase a ring, which usually older guys who already made their money. And you need guys like Marcus Smart who gonna put their nose in there, tough, gritty. Marcus Smart, I say this, man, he could have played in any era. That's the type of guy he is. He literally could have played in any era. So shout out to him. He literally could have played in any era, man, and that's a huge award. Be the first guard to win it since the 1996 season. I don't even know who won it that year, but I mean, like I said before, just let you know it's a award dominated by big fellas. Ben Wallace, Dikembe Mutombo, Dwight Howard. It's been, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other guys in there that's won it, but even if you like Mookie Blaylock, I don't think he won it. He should have won it some years. Steals and blocks don't always tell the story about being a great defender. Did Roger Bell ever win it? Did Bruce Bowen ever win it? There's a lot of good individual defenders, guards that should have won it. Tony Allen. But you can't measure what they do by numbers. So you got to measure with your eyes. And it's hard to watch, especially the small market teams every year. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Also, hit the link in the description. You can find me everywhere from Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Anchor, Spotify. Also, you can find my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal there. Best way to donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. Peace.